I thought, this is holy ground. But what he prayed was a television commercial. It was some time ago, I think it was Nestea, Take the Nestea Plunge, you know, pictures of people falling back into a swimming pool, sweltering, you know. And this man prayed that this man would fall back into the arms of Jesus the way those people would fall into the swimming pool. And all of a sudden I thought, what an image of trust. And this man, there was this deep, and he begins to weep, and saving faith comes. And he tells us later that this connected very deeply in his mind to his baptism as a little child. Isn't that amazing? See, this life of trust. So that's the inward reality of simplicity, but it results in an outward lifestyle. We can't just stay with the inward reality. Now, it's not easy for us to think about the outward lifestyle because it's a very dangerous thing. It can turn into legalisms easy. I'm part of a denominational heritage that did that a great deal. In the book Celebration of Discipline, I try to give 10 controlling principles for the function of simplicity in our life. One of them was to buy things for their usefulness rather than their status. You understand? Our cars, our homes, our clothes. Usefulness, not status. Another was to reject anything that's producing an addiction in you. I remember I was teaching in Southern California, and we were working on that principle of dealing with things that are an addiction to us. And the next night, a student came and he said, you know, we were talking about that the night before, and the next morning I got up and went out to get my copy of the Los Angeles Times, and it wasn't there. And he said, I began to panic. And then he said, I spied my neighbor's newspaper across the street, and I began to plot how I might go over, you know, and steal it. And then he realized, I'm addicted. So he goes back in the house, calls the newspaper office, and says he wants to cancel his subscription to the newspaper. And the person on the other line was, you know, taking down information and said, well, you know, was there bad service or something? No, 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 I'm addicted, he said. And then she says, well, would you like to cancel your entire subscription, or would you like to get the weekend, just the weekend papers? No, no, he says, I'm going cold turkey. And he shared that with us. But, you know, that's an interesting struggle, isn't it? Those kinds of things.
I think we live in a world where it's so hard to live an addiction-free life because even our spirituality can be addictive to us if we don't understand how to handle it and simplify it.
Yeah.
And I think your focus on simplicity helps you to recognize that you can't even create an addiction around spirituality unless you become a slave to it.
Right.
So you have to always remember the simplicity of God's grace, the simplicity of God's love, in order to maintain what's balanced for you, for your life.
Well, it's really about the relationship
Right.
with the divine other, the eternal one. And when we're focused heavenward, then we can have that balance in our life.
I love the comment that Soren Kierkegaard had about seeking first the kingdom of God and the importance of that. And he says, well, what do we do in this? He writes, should a person get a suitable job in order to exert a virtuous influence? He says, no. We seek first the kingdom of God. Well, then should we give our money away to the poor? No. First, we seek the kingdom of God. Well, then perhaps we should go out and preach this truth to everybody, that people should seek first the kingdom of God. No, he says, we seek first the kingdom of God. And then he writes this, then in a certain sense, it is nothing I shall do. Yes, certainly, in a certain sense, it is nothing. become nothing before God. Learn to keep silent. In this silence is the beginning, which is first to seek God's kingdom. Another principle that I mention in the book is developing a habit of giving things away. I remember one of the first times I just wanted to have that experience for myself. And I had one of those fancy bicycles, and I really wanted the old standard, thing that you get in a garage sale. And so I just prayerfully listened. And there was a man in our fellowship, his family came to the church, but he didn't. But somehow I got word that he wished that he could get a bicycle for his son. I think it was for Christmas. And I went to him and I said, "Oh, I have just the thing for you." So I remember we fixed that all up and made our way there. And I remember driving to his house, singing that little chorus, "Freely, freely you have received, freely, freely give." It had a whole new meaning to me. And then, we presented it to the Father and the Son, and, it was a great thing for them. And then the Father followed me back out to the car, and he just, "Why are you doing this?" he said, And it was a wonderful opportunity just to say, well, I'm learning. I'm learning how to let go, and the importance of just letting go. Letting go. Yeah. How have you found that, Glandian?
I found that the giving of time to a person who is seeking life and formation is the way that I experience simplicity of giving and being not bound by that reality.
Yeah.
I think time is something that is precious to us all today, and the opportunity to give it away without expecting anything in return is a wonderful grace. Just being present with people, loving people, is what I believe to be a great gift of giving.
Yeah. There's a wonderful old Shaker song, "'Tis a gift to be simple, simple gifts." And I've asked George if he would play it for us. We could sing it together. I've been to several of the old Shaker meeting houses, and they had wooden floors and movable pews, and they shoved them to the sides and would gather around in large circles. And I've been there actually when they've recreated some of those experiences. And just the joy of that is a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place that's right, 'twill be a valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning, we come round right. George, could you lead us in that song?
Would you join us? 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free. 'Tis a gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we shan't be ashamed. To turn will be our delight, till by turning we come round right. Once again.